Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It's W Talk on Tracks Momentum, and I'm your host, Anil, on the mic. Now, let's talk about women. You know, with the growing importance of women in every field, women have made a name for themselves, be it in business, in politics, in entertainment, in arts. And there's a lot that we can actually learn from the pivotal part that women play in today's society. And that's the ambition that we have in W Talk, to explore the journeys of these women and learn a thing or two about them that we can use to converge in our day-to-day lives. And to help us with this, in this conversation today on W Talk, we are having the privilege of interviewing the very first woman to helm the position of the Chief Executive Officer of the Langkawi Development Authority. I have on the phone lines Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid. Dato, good morning and welcome to W Talk.
Morning. Thank you, Mr. Anil.
You're most welcome, Dato. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, very good.
All right, great. Good to know that. The pleasure is absolutely ours of having you on the phone lines. And first of all, I want to congratulate you on being appointed as the first woman Chief Executive Officer of Lada. So on that note, Dato, could you just tell us a little bit more about yourself, please?
Thank you. Thank you once again, Mr. Anil. And firstly, I would like to thank TRAXXfm for inviting me to this interview session. Well, of course, I felt very honored with the appointment as the First Lady CEO of Lada, Langkawi Authority, Langkawi Development Authority. So it is such an overwhelming opportunity and trust given by our Premier and, of course, Ministry of Finance, because we are actually under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Finance, Well, Mr. Anil, to share some of my background, I received my first degree, Bachelor of Honours in Economics and Administration from University of Malaya, and then my second degree from Keio University of Japan. Well, I have served up to now about 27 years in the civil service. Just to share a little bit of my background, which is related to the industry. In 2017, I was appointed as Deputy Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And in 2018, I was the Deputy Secretary of Ministry of Tourism and Culture, followed by the appointment as Deputy Secretary of Agriculture and Food Security Ministry in 2019, then promoted as the Secretary General of Ministry of Food, Agriculture and Food Securities in 2021 until 2023. And later, now, I'm the CEO of Lada since 15th of December 2023. Well, I'm actually thrilled to be part of Lada and the development of this beautiful island of Langkawi. And since I'm here, so there's a lot of things that I got to understand about the nature of business. So I hope to develop further to make Langkawi excellent as the tourism destinations.
Absolutely, great.
Yeah.
And could you also share with us some of the key milestones and the challenges that you've faced in your career that has led you on to helm this position, Dato?
Yeah, Mr. Anil, I'm actually very fortunate to have the opportunity to serve the country throughout my career, especially during my tenure in the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, in short, MOTAC, where I was directly involved in the policy formulations of Malaysia's tourism sector, such as formulating the rules and regulations of Malaysia, my second home, MM2H, just to share with you, in 2017, the program has attracted, I think, a total close to about 40,000 participants from 130 countries. Apart from the policy formulations, I was directly involved in tourism infrastructure development, promotion and marketing of Malaysia as one of the preferred tourism destinations, research and statistics, licensing and regulation, culture and heritage preservations, training and skills development of tourism stakeholders, as well as the international cooperations. And the challenge during my attachments in that time was the tourism sectors can evolve dynamically based on the changing needs of the industry and the country's overall development goals. Of course, there were many challenges, but I was very content, happy, and satisfied when we achieved the objectives that has been set. And it was indeed a very rewarding experience for me.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your insights. Let's jump in for a quick break, Dato. When we come back, we shall resume the discussion. Today on W Talk, I am speaking to the first woman to helm the position as the Chief Executive Officer of the Langkawi Development Authority. She's Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid. W Talk will jump in for a quick break, and when we come back, we shall resume with the interview. Keep it right here.
Thank you.
The mic and on the phone lines with me today is the first woman to helm the position as the Chief Executive Officer. I should say she's the first lady, quote unquote, at the Langkawi Development Authority. She's none other than Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid. Dato Haslina, welcome back to W Talk.
Thank you, Mr. Anil.
Now, Dato, navigating oneself through the corporate sphere is something that is never easy. You need a lot of skills. You need to have gravitas. They say corporate gravitas, where you're able to resonate and, speak as a leader and get the entire organization behind you over the strategy and the course of direction that you've set for the organization. So share with us on some of the biggest challenges you faced and how you navigated through all the corners to reach to that pinnacle of that point where you're at right now.
Well, Mr. Anil, biggest challenge, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, not me. I think for everyone, one of the biggest challenges is restarting the economy sector after the global issues on COVID-19 that hit us, recently in 2019. I would say that is one of the biggest challenge when I was attached as the Secretary General with the Minister of Agriculture and Food Securities. I was involved directly with the crisis management to help the livelihood of Malaysia's SMEs, that were badly affected due to COVID-19. So, to share with you, one of the initiatives by Ministry of Agriculture and Food Securities that particular time, we organized a physical sales carnival program to help the SME entrepreneurs to recover after the COVID-19 pandemic. So basically, initiative through the marketing arm of the MAF, Ministry of Agriculture and Food Securities, in short, is MAF. So through FAMA, the Federal Agriculture Marketing Board, we have implemented, so that the programs, entrepreneur could distribute their products, to a broader market, such as the fresh produce. So another thing was the event, the biggest event like MAHA, which is the Malaysia Agriculture, Horticulture and Agrotourism. So this is the biennial event aims at promoting agriculture and agro-based industries, and we have succeeded, and we received like 1.1 million visitors in 2022. That was really good, because right after the pandemic, we managed to get quite a good crowd, So talking about the post-COVID-19, of course, the survival of the fittest, so that those who are not at par with the expectation of the new markets will be left out. Jadi, on the personal note, of course, among the first step are implemented to overcome challenges and navigate the organization is understanding the organizational structure, followed by the building relationships with the international and outside stakeholders, So a positive working environment is actually crucial, and it's among the first thing I always cultivate, So I always emphasize that clear and concise communications is actually vital for agency to navigate its organization effectively. Apart from that, I always believe to succeed, an agency needs to be ready for improvement, encourage positive solutions, and all employees to be proactive in contributing to success. And in the current economic situation, I also believe that we need to keep informed and updated on the economic and industry trends. So this information is vital to ensure that an island destination like Langkawi will be in a competitive landscape. So this is one of the important reasons why Lada needs to be close and keep its hospitality and networking with strategic partners and key stakeholders.
Okay.
Back to you, Mr. Anil.
Right. Thank you, Dato. Now, Dato, I want to shine the spotlight and dig deep into your leadership skills. I want to talk about leadership and your perspective on that. Some people would say that leaders are born, and some people would say leaders are actually forged under the toughest of moments. And there's even a saying that says, to test a man's character, give him power and put him in a position of leadership. I think in this conversation, I should change that to say, to test a woman's character, give her the position of a CEO, just like what you've been given, Dato. So how do you think a woman especially, should carry herself when she is put in a position to lead men and women in a corporate organization, for the sake of this conversation?
Well, Mr. Anil, to be a great leader, yeah, one must set a clear goal and vision. And just to share with you, in 2023, we have received about 2.82 million, is about 82.2% visitors to Langkawi, and we have generated about 4.4 billion receipts. Yeah. So as for Lada, our vision in 2024 is to ensure Langkawi receive 3 million visitors. Yeah, tourist arrival, and receive about 5.9 billion. That is our target. Thus, our task is to ensure all our work plans, strategic events, and programs contribute to this goal. And of course, I also uphold great empathy when dealing with tourism stakeholders to ensure a supportive and inclusive environment. Yeah? And I believe decision needs to be made in a timely manner, especially in this fast-paced age where every decision needs to be made on time. Yeah? And or else you will lose or you'll be left behind. Other qualities, I think, I believe crucial as well, resilience and adaptability. The challenging economic situation requires an individual to have the grit to implement changes, especially in dynamic economic situations such as tourism. Yeah? And of course, the economy's recovery during the post-pandemic COVID-19 is a training ground, to bounce back from setbacks, maintain a positive attitude, and inspire teams and stakeholders to persevere through difficulties.
Right.
So I think that's the qualities that you need to have, in order for you to,
I think in a sense,
advance.
In a sense, we were all pretty lucky that we were faced with the pandemic, because we were put into the trenches of the crisis. And just like what Winston Churchill once says, never ever waste a good crisis, because that is when you learn the most and how to deal with the toughest of moments. We'll jump in for another quick break, Dato, and when we come back, we shall resume with the discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, all our listeners, I'm now speaking to the first woman CEO of Langkawi Development Authority. She's Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid on today's edition of W Talk. We'll go in for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll explore more on this woman's incredible journey. Keep it right here. Anil on the mic. And on the phone lines with me today, I have the first woman CEO of the Langkawi Development Authority, Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid. Dato Haslina, welcome back to W Talk.
Thank you, Mr. Anil.
Right. Now, Dato, one thing that is significant that we have seen in the 21st century, especially now that we're in 2024, is the emerging trends and also technologies. And, lots of tourism operators and business owners have adapted towards technology, and it's a very fast-paced, accelerated growth sphere. How do you think this change can, or rather will impact the growth of Langkawi as an island, as a destination for holiday?
Yeah, I think integration of the smart technologies, such as now the Internet of Things, can enhance the overall tourist experience. For example, we have like Mardi Agrotech Park, Langkawi implements the IoT in smart farming with collaborations of Maxis Communications. So basically, through the smart farming, the smart infrastructure, we can monitor the soil, soil salinity, like temperature, humidity, and I actually aim to expand the use of IoT, the Internet of Things, to other tourist products, and services in Langkawi. So this is surely will attract tech-savvy travelers to Langkawi, and additionally, increasing awareness of sustainable tourism practices will also lead to a demand for eco-friendly initiatives in Langkawi. And of course, Lada also would like to encourage the private stakeholders to implement sustainable technologies and practices to help preserve the island's natural beauty and the biodiversity. And taking this opportunity, I would also like to share a few of our sustainable project practices by Lada and Langkawi stakeholder, such as we have this Idaman Geosite Cleanup program, in short IGSC, and it started extensively at the end of 2019. We have collected approximately 10,582 kilograms of plastic waste and marine debris all over the archipelago. And the other one, the Geo Mangrove program, where mangrove tree planting through our initiative, which we have this 1T, which is one tourist, one tree, and one student, one tree, or one S, one T. And for your information, Mr. Anil, we have about 6,067 trees have been planted, since 2022 at Kilim Khas Geopark Park, Kubang Badak Biotech Trail, and also Dayam Bunting Marble Geoforest Park. And we also have programs like Drive-Through Recycle Center at Kalibang Market by Daman and SW Corps, the numerous like No Plastic Campaign, and the use cooking oil collection, this one, the collaboration with the Fat Hope Energy, where we manage to collect about close to 360 close to 260 kilograms, which the company paid to the seller in the amount of about 900 in 2021. And another initiative, we have like Zero Waste Initiative, by our geopark partners such as Cottage by the Bay, and the Datai Resort, and also known as the Green Hotel and Eco Resort program. And I strongly believe, that it is important for Langkawi to balance the integrations of the implementation of these technologies with preserving its natural and cultural heritage, And of course, with the local authorities, private stakeholder, and communities should also collaborate, to leverage technology for sustainable and responsible tourism development, like what has been, mentioned under the SDG goals, sustainable development goals, and additionally, staying updated on the latest trend, and adapting to changing tourist preferences can also help Langkawi remain competitive and appealing destinations.
Okay, great. What I liked the most about what you said, Dato, was the fact that the Langkawi Development Authority is also, giving a lot of importance and making the pillar of ESG also. Giving it a lot of importance, right, for sustainability and growth for the environment as well, because we want it, we want to have growth, but at the same time we don't want to hurt the environment.
Of course.
And now moving on, Dato, this is your opportunity to speak to the many millions of women and girls out there, for you to plant seeds of inspiration. Maybe you would have had a mentor, but there are a lot of people out there who may not have had a mentor. So perhaps very briefly, what sort of advice do you have for the women out there who aspire to walk the path that you've chosen, Dato?
Okay, very interesting topic. Of course, firstly, as a woman, you have to believe in yourself. Right. So women must believe that we have skills and qualities that needed to succeed. We need to recognize our achievements and do not hesitate to showcase our strengths. And of course, secondly, defining your short-term and long-term career goals is crucial. Having a clear vision, like what I mentioned earlier, will definitely help you to make the best decisions. And thirdly, I have always believed in continuous learning. So as a woman, I think everybody else also need to invest in professionals' development. We must also stay updated on the industry trends, acquire new skills, and seek opportunities and growth. And of course, we have to attend the workshop, conferences, training programs to expand your knowledge. And I believe, a strong network with colleagues, mentors, and other professionals within and outside the organization is actually one of the major success factors for career advancements. And another thing, developing your leadership skills in communications, decision making, and conflict management are also crucial. A great leader will be able to understand all the challenges arise, develop strategies to navigate the challenges, and seek support from mentors and allies. And lastly, we need to manage the work-life balance. This is very important, and and it's important to prioritize self-care, and well-being to sustain long-term career success. And remember that each career journey is unique and has, of course, as no one size fits all approach. But you have to stay true to yourself, remain resilient in the face of challenges, and continue to learn and grow throughout your career. Your unique perspective and contributions are valuable assets in the corporate world.
Okay. Dato Haslina Abdul Hamid, I have to say it was such a pleasure having this conversation with you. Time is of the essence, and we've come towards the end of W Talk. And just a final word of update for you. Our producer Lisham and I will be heading over to Langkawi next Monday for the Langkawi Royal International Regatta. And we are very excited to get to know you in person as well, Dato. So we're looking forward to seeing you as well.
You're most welcome to
And,
Langkawi at any time.
Sure. And producer Lisa sends his biggest heartfelt shout out to you on air right now.
Thank you.
All right. And Dato, I want to end this conversation by saying that, there's this one saying, one quote that I came across, and it says, the most magnificent thing a woman can have is her confidence. And I have to admit that you have a lot of that. And I'm sure it would have emanated to all of our listeners. And there's more to be learned from a successful woman like you. All right?
Inshallah, yeah.
Thank you very much, Dato. You have a wonderful time, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Langkawi next week. You take care.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Anil and TRAXXfm.
Yeah, and
See
also,
you.
Sure,
Yeah.
see you. And also, before I leave you, before I forget as well, we've got a song coming up for you, and I was told that you're a big fan of Whitney Houston. So up next on W Talk, especially for you, Dato, here's One Moment in Time by Whitney Houston.
Thank you.